Welcome back everyone. So in my last video, everyone was curious on my wand that I used to dig through everything, and it's actually a really cool interaction. I was holding off on it mainly because I didn't know everything that it was capable of, and the fact that if I released a bug video on it, then I'm pretty sure it would get patched, but I don't even know. Since they removed Chain Bolt's interaction, the new thing to use is long distance cast. So as you can see, this has Rainbow Trail, Matter Eater, long distance cast into a mana. So it is on the starting wand. However, I have picked up a increased capacity and a increased mana on it. So it's not true starting wand stats, but if I didn't pick those up, it would not be able to cast nearly anything. So this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's not using up that Matter Eater charge. And it's very, very, very useful, considering that this wand has very limited stats, and it's an infinite digging tool, so you can go through anything except for Curse Rock, but yeah, it's super neat. And this is just our first wand, so let's find out what else we got. And for a more realistic build, you'll probably see something like this. And this will resemble what I was using in the video a lot closer. So the wand that I had in the video is very cheaty. So this is a build that you could use to have the equivalent. Obviously the mana is already fixed on this wand, but it has a cast delay of 33 and a recharge time of 33, which is pretty reasonable for a wand, especially in late game. But if we use a build like this, the eye will give a negative 100 on the mana drain, and you can throw this wherever. You could probably even swap it out for this and take this off, but since I'm gonna break my wand. If I could grab the right spells, there we go. But since I want to make sure that everything just runs smoothly, we're going to do it like this. And also, the reason I throw the add mana inside this spell block is so that this works like a trigger or a timer, and it won't add that cast delay and mess up the wand. So yeah, let's fire this and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit strong, and it's pretty fantastic. You can delete pretty much your entire world with a nice little rainbow wand, so yeah. And now we get into this hefty wand, and this hefty wand has a little bit going on. So I originally didn't need the blood magic or anything, but I threw it on there just to remember to talk about it, because not a lot of people have seen blood magic. It's pretty rare, and it also does cost 4 points of health to cast. So when you're rapid firing like that, you should have a lot of health, but then again, if you're going for something that's going to eat through your entire world, you'll probably have enough health to sustain it, or at least a infinite healing wand. So what we got going on here is a Orbiting Trail, Tentacler, Matter Eater, Ping Pong Path, Freezing Charge on a long distance cast. And like I said, I threw the manas inside the long distance cast. I don't even think they're that really necessary because we have the blood magic. And then we also have the rainbow glimmer. So what that's going to do is make this into a rainbow that shoots out tentacles and has Matter Eater, and it also has an increased lifetime because of Orbiting Arc, and it's also going to spin around, and then it also has an increased lifetime due to Ping Pong Path. So what does that look like? It looks pretty chaotic. However, since it has Freezing Charge on it and Tentacles, it'll do ridiculous damage if it freezes your target and then hits them. Let's see if I can get a good one. I don't know if it'll work on the test dummy with this build. That's okay. Even if it wasn't to work on your enemies, I mean, this still does a massive amount of damage. And I can confirm it does work on enemies. I just don't know why it's not working on the test dummy. Maybe there's some changes with that. But let's pick up all these spells and see what else we can do. This is made unlimited, and this is making it last a little bit longer on this long distance cast. Because if we were to cast it like this, it works, but this isn't around long enough for this to actually take effect. So if we throw this on there, then we have something a little bit more chaotic. And yeah, let's go to this one. Now we can clean up our little spell lab with this one. There we go. It's like a broom, except it deletes stuff. And then we got lightning thrower. And earthquake. Earthquake's probably one of my favorites for right now. And I don't think you need the long distance cast on this one. You sure don't. Ooh, that was pretty nice. I'm gonna go do it over here too. Oh, this one's kind of broken though. So just an example of what you can do with long distance cast now. And it's not only just long distance cast, it is also warp cast and teleporting cast. So I'll show off warp cast real quick. Warp cast is kind of more satisfying. And going back on the previous build with the Matter Eater, if we were to do something like this, a nice clean erasing wand that that's pretty satisfying. We're running out of testing facility, but that's okay. And then we have the teleporting cast. So this one, it only casts right where the wand is, so it's a little bit less convenient. You can increase its lifetime as well, and then it shoots out these little like pellets that eat stuff, so it's pretty neat. And since it is warp cast, it'll go and teleport to the nearest enemy, so we could just do a tentacle freezing. And this has unlimited uses because this modifier is not being used due to the interactions with this. So pretty spicy builds that we can make now. I'm gonna go with warp cast with a, oh, just kidding. The problem with warp cast is well, actually with ping pong it works out pretty well. If you threw a increased lifetime on there, it goes a little bit too far. Let me take this off. Oh, actually, you know what? That one's fine. We do have to fix for the cast delay added to this though. Do we have anything that we could do that with? We could just do a teleporting cast on there. And like I said, this is going to remove the cast delay, and it's also going to cast this one. But the problem now resides, does it still work with modifiers? Looks like it sure does. So it's a really neat way of looking at things. But let's go through all the modifiers real quick. Like we already went through. Oh no, we didn't. We went through fireball thrower. This one's two-way fireball thrower. Not that I really know the difference, but you know what? This one's quiet. We'll use this one. It's almost too quiet. When the fireballs aren't hitting anything, it's kind of weird. I'm a fan of this one. That one's looking pretty nice. Since this is working out so well, we'll use this one as well. Ooh. Created a little death rainbow. And then let's use chaotic transmutation because it's unlimited chaotic transmutation. And so if you don't know what that does, it transmutes various liquids and powders and substances within a projectile's range into something else. So it's making that snow into more snow apparently. Worm blood. I think this is fungus. Oh, it can't change fungus? Okay, well, let's go do it over here then. There we go. It changed something into alcohol and then the sludge. But it has unlimited uses, so that's a really good use for it. And then ground to sand. So we could make some more sand for our chaotic transmutation and then swap this back and then make it into oil, which looks really weird. Let's change it into something else. Fungus blood, sure. All right. And so that pretty much shows off the three things that you can work with, and you can combine them. However, I would do a quick test with them to see if it works. You cannot throw any projectiles on it. If you throw projectiles on, it will not work. I don't know why it works that way. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, so get some use out of it before they patch it, because since they nerfed our little chain bolt, I think they're going to do the same to this. But I mean, for right now, this is a pretty satisfying build. So let's do this one last time. You know what? We're going to have a little pre-finale, and we're going to throw literally everything we can on here. So this is the build, and this is to make sure that all the cast delay is removed. If we don't have it on there, it looks like this. I mean, that's still pretty chaotic, but I think we can do better. So let's just throw this on there, and then suddenly it looks like this. Yeah, I think that was a little bit more substantial. So yeah, let's move on to the finale wand. Alright, and now we have the finale wand. So finale wand isn't really practical, but it is showing off the fact that you can put NOLA on this to remove some cast delay, and have it only applied to this long distance cast, which will cast this long distance cast that has all the goodies on it. So what is this going to look like? So we're taking the rainbow trail off for just a second so that we can show off what's going on. But like I said, this NOLA long distance cast is going to cast this long distance cast, and how that reads is this blue is going to take precedent because it's in front of all the other colors, and then it's going to cast a heavy spread, increase lifetime, boomerang, matter eater into a long distance cast. So what does that look like? It looks like this. And it's extremely satisfying because we can rapid fire it and delete our entire world with it. I'm not going to do it with just blue. I'm going to show off all the colors, and then we're going to do a rainbow one. So here's purple. Here's green. And here's rainbow. We'll do it without the rainbow trail as well. I love the rainbow trail, but there's too much liquid for the amount of deletion going on. Now that the area is clean, we can use our rainbow deletion one. And I did just throw the blue back on it to make it look ultra satisfying. And here's the wand build for one last time. And this one, the wand is pretty fixed up as far as the mana goes, and that's why I don't have any extra manas or anything on there. But all these slots could be used for mana, and you could make this wand in a real game and have fun just removing the entire world, except for Cursed Rock, because Matter Eater doesn't work on Cursed Rock. Alright, well hopefully you learned something and hopefully you enjoyed. In our next video we're going to tackle the whole editing files in Noita, which is pretty fun, and how I have all these tentacles flying around me, and how our coup is firing out rainbow colors and doing neat stuff like that, and how this is going to change stuff into corruption. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll go over this and player modifications and how we got our little mag too. But either way, have a wonderful evening, noon, and night, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.